modifying the the USA to the EU. Some don't try at home stuff.
Today's video is a little different. Winter is coming and my warehouse is getting very cold. So I have to do something to save my plants. Come along and join me today as I show you how you can make indoor greenhouses. This is quite a small area, and getting any of the regular greenhouses, it would be quite hard to fit in here. But these have this nice long shape and they're actually perfect for making a little plant world. And it's also a great place to get some propagations going as well. So last winter, most of the plants here sadly didn't make it. I'm in a really cold warehouse, and because of the way it's built, it's not isolated, so it's almost impossible to keep it nice and warm. So this winter, or actually before this summer, I already started thinking like what can I do to make sure we can have at least some tropical plants survive. And that's when I came on these Ikea greenhouses. They're quite popular on the market, as you might know. And I think they're the perfect solution for our specific problem. Partway through the build, I discovered that the plug was actually for North America and we're in Europe. So I had to make a trip to the local hardware store. This is the Netherlands and we use EU plugs.
Can we not just put this on? Is it not that easy?
Is this it?
Wow. Whoa. Pretty cool.
Overall, I think I spent about 4 hours putting the greenhouse together.
So I'm testing the light intensity, so we can make sure the plants don't burn, and also kind of check like where the hot spots are. So this one is in the back, and then we can see like the difference between how bright the back is and how bright the front is. Because of the way it's designed, it's going to be really hard to hang it in the middle. I'm just missing something, but I think I'm gonna do this method.
I did get a little help from our cameraman, and it took about another hour to fix the cable management. Between the taller and the smaller one, this doesn't only save my plants, it also doubles as a really nice office decoration. And this also helps me to keep a constant eye on their growth. And especially for these rare ones, that's important. When making these, I would really think about how you're going to run the wires through the greenhouse. It took quite a few back and forth steps before we actually found the right setup. If you're going to do this, I would make sure to only finger tight the screws until you're absolutely sure about the setup, because otherwise it's a total pain to get it fixed.
This is the way.
For these projects, airflow is absolutely critical. It not only helps prevent mold growth, but it will also just make your plants all around healthier.
Yep. I think we're pretty much there.
I used some small PC fans that actually plug into USB. No struggling with different continent plugs.
Putting the fans in. Since there's no hole in the stuff, I'm gonna have to get a bit creative and make my own.
These are quite low profile and low power, but that's exactly what you want, as you also don't want too big of an airflow and you also don't want any sound. And these are absolutely silent and can be bought almost anywhere.
Maybe we do 2 at the top here. Yes, sir.
The second cabinet wiring was actually much quicker. Probably also helped that I now knew what I wanted to do. I just had to replicate the previous steps I did. Once I placed the greenhouses in my office, all I had to do was check the lightning connections.
That works. Nice. Okay, I think we can get some space in the office. Yeah.
You're probably asking, how is it actually any hotter? Well, in my office there is actually heating, and outside the office there's not. So now the plants can benefit from the office's heat without suffering from the dry air.
Tighten it up. It's harder than I thought it was going to be. Let's just build an Ikea greenhouse. Nice. We're putting in some nice PC fans so we can get a bit of airflow inside the greenhouse. Yeah, because there's no natural ventilation, so that invites all kinds of molds and rot and stuff. And this way there's some air circulation. And it will also help with making sure the humidity is evenly spread. We might replace them later to get like a better coverage, but for now this should work just fine. We're going to be tidying up the road. I thought this would be a 4 out of 10 in difficulty. But I would, after doing it, rate it a definitive 7.5. Leave it like a beat for now. So some people go to great extents to make this airtight. But from what I've heard from friends who did this is that if you make it completely airtight, there's no way for any humidity to get out. And it can actually get to 100 humidity quite quickly. And if there are some small leaks and holes, it will one help with airflow and two also make sure that the humidity doesn't go crazy. It also depends on the plants you want to put in, obviously. Like if you have plants that like a really high humidity, then it might make sense. But for now we're going to test out this way. Yeah, I'd say we put some plants in.
So I think in terms of lighting we're very good. I will still have to figure out the humidity, but I think as more plants enter the cabinet will also be good on that part. And then again, temperature is going to be the main challenge. But what we're going to try to do is use some of those heat mats. One thing I have learned is that if you want to keep plants a little bit warm in a colder area, that you should not look to heat up the airspace, but you should first look to heat up the soil.
Okay, so this is the first version of the Ikea greenhouses we made. The plants in there are still a bit lacking in my opinion, so we're gonna get out and get some rare ones we have in other places here and maybe also buy some new ones. I think this is a great excuse to get some new plants to fill it up, and then we're gonna see how it develops, and I'll keep you updated and I'll see you in the next video.